When you're in no contact, it's easy to wonder, does my avoidant X even feel anything at all? On the surface, they look calm, almost cold. But behind that mask, something completely different is happening. And here's the twist. What's happening behind that silence is probably not what you think. When you stop reaching out, when your messages go quiet, the silence isn't empty. For an avoidant, silence becomes a mirror, one that reflects back emotions they try so hard to bury. And what they see in that mirror isn't indifference at all. It's the quiet echo of fear, the ache of longing, and the confusion of not knowing what they truly want. Emotions swirl beneath the surface, hidden carefully, but never absent. But the way these hidden feelings show up in an avoidant might surprise you, and you'll see why in a moment. Think about it like this. An avoidant spends most of the relationship building walls, brick by brick, convincing themselves that closeness is dangerous and that they're better off alone. They repeat the story in their head. I don't need too much. I don't need anyone too close. So when you finally step back, they act relieved. They almost feel validated. See, I'm fine without it. But here's the paradox. The silence they thought they wanted begins to whisper back at them. Day by day, that quiet voice grows louder. Why haven't they reached out? Are they still waiting? Or are they already gone? And slowly, the walls that once felt like protection start tightening around them. Less like safety, more like a cage they built for themselves. And it's right here in this paradox that the cracks in their armor start to show. They scroll through old photos late at night, reread conversations word for word, and quietly peek at your social media, searching for traces of you, without ever letting you know. They won't admit it to anyone, not even themselves, but the silence unnerves them, because deep down they expected you to keep showing up, just like before, to be there even when they pushed you away, to always bridge the gap they created. But this time, you didn't, and that single choice unsettles everything they believed. They cling to the hope that you're still holding space for them, that your love will patiently wait until they're finally ready. Yet in the same breath, they dread the thought of you moving on, giving your heart to someone else. It's a constant tug of war. Don't come too close, but please don't leave for good. Imagine a child playing hide and seek. At first, they tuck themselves into a corner, heart racing with excitement, thrilled by the idea of being unseen. In those first moments, hiding feels powerful, even safe. No one can reach me here. But as time stretches on and no footsteps approach, that thrill begins to fade. The silence grows heavier. The laughter outside feels distant. Slowly, the child's excitement shifts into unease, then panic. Why isn't anyone looking for me? Did they forget I'm here? And that's the avoidant experience during no contact. The distance they once craved, the solitude they believed would give them control, begins to suffocate. What felt like safety turns into an unbearable isolation. The game stops feeling like play and starts to feel like abandonment. And this is the turning point, because now it's not about them anymore, it's about you. So where does that leave you? Here's the truth. If you spend the entire period of no contact simply waiting for them to finally get it, you're still trapped inside their story, still living by their rules. And that means nothing really changes. No contact was never meant to be a silent punishment or a secret strategy to make them miss you. It was never about proving your worth through their reaction. It's about something much deeper. Stepping out of the role you've been stuck in, the one who always rescues, always explains, always chases after clarity that never comes. When you stop rehearsing that same part in their play, you begin writing your own script. And that's the first real shift. Realizing this silence isn't about controlling them, it's about reclaiming you. In the silence, your role isn't to stand there decoding their walls or endlessly analyzing what their distance might mean. That path only drains you. Instead, your real work is to start laying bricks for your own foundation, one that doesn't shake every time they retreat. Ask yourself honestly, what do I need when I'm not busy carrying someone else's fear on my shoulders? Because the moment you redirect your focus like that, something powerful begins to unfold. You step out of the exhausting push-pull cycle that kept you chasing crumbs of connection. You become the calm center of your own storm, rooted in strength instead of waiting on their approval. And ironically, that's the one thing avoidants never anticipate, that the silence they fought would weaken you becomes the very space where you rise stronger than ever. And that's why your silence can be the most transformative chapter of all. If you're walking through no contact right now, don't confuse their silence with absence of feeling. Behind that distance, they're wrestling with fears and contradictions you'll never fully see. But those struggles are not yours to solve. Your silence is not weakness, it's strength. It's the ground where your healing takes root, where your energy returns to you. This season is not about waiting for them to change. It's about reclaiming the parts of yourself you abandoned while chasing someone else's comfort. If these words resonate, share your journey below, because your story might be the light that helps someone else out of the dark. And never forget, you weren't born to live at the mercy of someone's walls. You're here to grow beyond them, to rise higher, and to finally choose yourself.